Well, this is not an easy video to do at all. Probably one of the most difficult videos, actually, I've ever recorded. But I decided to do it anyway. Because I know I am not alone, and I've been talking to many people, and particular people like myself have been feeling a certain way in this period of the year. So um, that's why I decided to do it. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And also, if you want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a comment with your experience as well. If you have any experience with mental health or anxiety. It started when around February, actually, February 2021. And I never experienced something like that until now, where if you know me or you've been following me for a while, you know I'm driven. You know that if I want something, I get it. We're building many businesses. GTeX is a great company that we built with my business partner Ben and the other incredible team members that we have. So on the outside, it feels like you know, tick all the boxes. I have an incredible wife, a great business partner, an awesome team, lovely clients. I can't complain. I can't complain. A lot of other passions like basketball and so on. But it was the first time in my life where I was almost paralyzed. Like I lost completely sense of direction, complete lost sense of purpose, felt I was having anxiety just opening emails and looking at my calendar on that day. Literally, my brain was in a complete mush. That's where what my brain was. It was in a complete mush. I couldn't think. I couldn't plan. I couldn't strategize. I could barely deal with what was in my calendar on that day. I started avoiding calls, not showing up for calls, rescheduling last minute appointment with excuses. And I was like, nah, that's not me. I've never done something like that. But at the same time, I didn't know how to deal with it. Because being the first time that I was dealing with this particular situation, I actually didn't know what was the solution, how to get out of it. And the more I was forcing it, the more I was beating myself up about the entire situation and the fact that, I know the NLP and I know all the tools. I should know better. I should get out of this situation. Then the more I was beating myself up, the worse it became. So I remember I started in around around February this year, and in February this year it was already like quite tough. But I kept going, and then I slowed down. So then it meant I felt better. So I kept pushing again, like running our programs and doing the restructuring of the business and everything that we are doing. And then it was around June when I was in Italy, and the situation became unbearable. I completely, like, all I wanted to do was to curl up in bed, and that's it. Now, watching Netflix, avoiding talking to people, and that has been going on for like June, July, and then now since August, I've been getting some help, and things are getting much better. But I wanted to share this and to share this situation as well. And thank you very much, David, and for everyone else that knew that was happening, and it was and all the love that I received and the support that I received. Because the reality is when you have a lot of responsibilities. Now we are talking having a family, and I don't have kids yet, which makes the situation even simpler. But let's say you have a business, you have employees, you have a certain reputation also in your industry, you have a certain number of followers, serve hundreds of clients. There is that always that pressure of always show up, always show up, always show up. And of course, the business can scale, but you cannot scale a business and outsource everything from night to day. it is a process, and we are going through that process. But having that consistent pressure of showing up, and the pressure that I consistently put on myself to perform and to show up, that I think has been one of the causes of this, and also one of the reasons why I didn't feel comfortable to step back, or I didn't feel comfortable to open up, because at the same time, if you the dynamic is I think is a bit more difficult if you are a leader in a company, and that might be might be just the way I see the world, of course. But if you are in a position of leadership, when people are looking up to you for guidance, they're looking up to you for solutions. And in the industry in which we are in the industry of providing hope, of giving people the opportunity or possibility of a better life. And how can I give that if I wasn't feeling it? Or if all I wanted to do was just like hide myself? And so that created even more pressure to show up pretending that everything was fine. Because at the same time, I want to be open and I want to be vulnerable. That's why I open up right now. Now I'm in a much better situation. I can talk about it. I'm way better. Still working on it, but I don't feel anxiety anymore. So I'm now reworking on the vision and what can we create. But it's very difficult when you're in a situation to keep running a business, you know. And when people talk about mental health is real, if you are running a business and you can't function, then and a lot of the business depends still on you. The team depends on some of the decisions that you're going to make. That taking a step back and just say, you know what, just step back. It's not practically possible. I mean, it's possible, but then it has consequences that I wasn't, I didn't want to deal with. I didn't want to live with. So I want to share this with you because I know that there are many people, and thank you for all the comments. I appreciate it. Yeah, Clubhouse versus COVID. Are they both a pain in the ass for the world? I know, David, right? But the reason why I want to do this video is not to provide solutions. It is to share the fact that even the people that you might look up to or you follow, people that inspire you, they are dealing with with their own stuff. And at the end of the day, we're all dealing with our personal lives and our businesses in a private way. And opening up, and I think that the conversation that now mental health is more of a priority. Anxiety, people feel more open to talk about it. That also gave me, I think, permission to do this video and to feel more okay about it. Because for someone who is a high performer like me, that they always want to show up and 100%, like being in a situation when you can't even think about what to do tomorrow or today, that was killer. That was the most frustrating part. It's like, I know I could do much more than that. I know, like, I built this business and I know we had this vision of things that we can do. I know the clients that we were working with and so on. And then you're to the point where it's like, I don't want to do anything today. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I can't think. I can't plan. I can't strategize. Which goes back to say prioritizing. Prioritizing. I think one of the biggest things, which now I want to move to the lessons that I got from this experience, um, and things that I've not that I'm not going to repeat again, or I don't know, but that my intention is not to repeat them again, is saying yes to myself first. And I thought I was doing it, and I really thought I was doing it because I love my business, I love my wife, I love basketball, I really love the life that I live. So I thought that I was saying yes to myself first. In reality, what I was saying yes to a lot of external things that were important to me, but it wasn't me. Which is a fine line between saying yes to me and what feels right to me, or saying yes to external things that then will have a positive effect on me or will have an effect on me. So there's a different, is a fine balance. And I think I'm learning that balance now. I'm more aware, definitely, about that balance. When saying, okay, let me say yes to myself. Let me say yes to who I am, what I can do, what I can say, saying yes to um, what's truly important for me in life, not just in business. Now it's actually giving me back the energy that I can pour into the business as well. Because the other things that a lot of people don't talk about, and I was having a conversation with one of our members, Ian, and also team members, is that for people like me, for example, incredibly extroverted, a people person, you get the energy from others and so on. The past a year and a half, it has been killer because it took away from us all the different ways in which we normally will recharge our batteries going out there. And even if things are opening up now, I'm finding myself comfortable at home, not wanting to go out, or it's like, oh my god, I need to go out, I need to get ready now. Well, before that was what life was about. So even like this psychological adjustment of re-finding a new balance, of me like even going out and reintegrating myself in social situations and so on, I didn't think I would have this problem, but actually it just like naturally happened of for the comfort of not going out, and the fact that we've been living a life looking at a screen for the past year and a half, which on that side, that creates their own mental health challenges, right? Because the disconnection that there is between people. I'm fortunate I have an incredible wife, but some people are just on their own talking to a screen for a year and a half. It's tough. So I want to say that my heart goes out to everyone who's struggling with anxiety, who's struggling with mental health. I think that after this experience, um, I can understand more. Before, when someone said, I can't think, I can't make decisions. Now that I've been there, you can't really make freaking decisions. It's like it's just like it's not possible. So I can understand it. And I think about all the time that I pushed maybe some of our clients that we were having tough times or they were struggling with anxiety. And because I wanted them to achieve, and I was pushing them without really understanding maybe what was going to happen in between their ears and the emotional state that they were in. Now, also, this is not an excuse to stay there, because also what I found is that it's very comfortable to stay in that situation, or to not do anything, because now you don't have the energy. You need to do something, but don't have the energy. It feels like an effort, so you don't do anything, and so it becomes this negative spirals that goes down and down and down and down. While it is almost like a little climb, climb and climb and climb and climb to get back the energy to do other things that we know they are important to unlock what was blocked. So this is my reflection on the situation in which I've been living in for on and off since February this year, really going bad in June and July. August we are on up. I'm receiving help. I asked for help around this, and I'm glad it's working. And I'm glad. What's the best thing about that is that I feel I'm back, and it's almost like, okay, welcome back, Simone. Welcome back, Simone. I missed you. I missed you because I was a shell of myself. So my heart goes out to everyone who is struggling with anxiety, mental health, and well-being. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you give yourself, not through business, but maybe through other things, what you need to perform, to be happy, to have the energy to then give even more to other people, to humanity, to the causes that you care about, to the business that you run, and so on. So thank you for being here. I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your ideas on this video, your experiences as well. Like if that's been maybe you going through this, then let me know. And let's get this conversation going. Let's break down the stigma of anxiety or mental health, and knowing that it is actually okay, to get out there to talk about this. And that doesn't mean that, which is also the biggest challenge for me, is like if I talk about this, people are not going to see me as a leader anymore. How can my clients follow me if they know that I suffer from anxiety? So that was a big thing. But if we drop this stigma, which then creates a conversation, a more open conversation, and there are already a lot of places where this conversation can happen, then for as entrepreneurs, we can give ourselves what we need, we can be open, we can be honest, and still serve our clients at the highest level. So thank you for watching. I'd love to hear your stories, love to hear your opinions, and I'll see you next video. Ciao.